any tech issues because we've been having a lot. Because I'm a boomer and I don't know how to set up basic technology stuff. That's okay, as long as you're doing your best. How annoying is my voice? Yeah, get a better voice. That is the worst voice I've ever heard in my whole life. That's ableist. I didn't choose to sound like this.
Hello, Hey everybody, welcome to the program. Welcome to the program. Get in the lobby to be in the live show, you nerds. Guys, as you know, as you may or may not have known or learned, this program for me is devoted mostly to tech problems, figuring out various tech problems. And that's what we do. So first it was like Discord. I couldn't figure out how to work Discord because I'm a dumb boomer and I'm too stupid. I'm simply too stupid to figure out how to work Discord. So that was a whole week of doing that. And then last week it was just like the sound wasn't syncing, probably. Okay? So that's what we do. That's what we do here. Is that good? Do we like that?
No. No. So let me explain something to you. No.
Somebody says, you'll get the kinks worked out, bud. Oh my God. Very, very, very positive. I like that.
Only old people will die, and we don't really need to worry about that. What I want to do is Blue Chew.
Very sick stuff. Very sick stuff from Paxton already. I don't like that. I don't like that in the least. Guys, before we get started, we already have some good people to talk to, it looks like. Already got some good people to talk to.
No.
You have a mental health problem.
Blue Chew.
Before we get started, I wanted to say something really quick here. I had to go. First of all, this is probably going to be a very bad live stream because I got for some reason, my neck has just stopped working. So that's great. And I went yesterday to get like some, I don't know like heating pads or something for my neck has just given up. So it's just in pain for no reason now. And so I'm checking out, paying for this neck pad thing. And there's like this nicer older lady at the checkout. And I'm like, I give her my money and right? And at the end, she's like, she says something, I don't hear her, but she says something and the last word is back. And I'm like, I didn't catch that. I don't want to make this awkward. So I'm just like, she probably saying something about the receipt or something. So I go, no, thank you. And then she looks at me weird and I take the receipt and I leave. And while I'm leaving, I realized she asked, did you hurt your back? So the interaction was, oh, what happened? Did you hurt your back? No, thank you. Bye-bye. What happened? Did you get an injury? Did you hurt your back or something? No, thank you. No, thank you. Bye-bye. So just after all this situation over the past year, have lost my ability to socialize in public. So there we go. Very good. Let's see what we got. Who do we got? Who do we got today? In the green room. Oh, Corn Pope. Corn Pope? Corn? Hey.
What's up?
What up, Corn
Am I
Pope?
the first one on the show today?
Yeah, you're number one. And I don't know if you heard the little intro, but I'm only working at about 10% today. So you better really, you better carry the weight. You got to carry this weight.
No, this strikes true to my heart. I'm a fellow neck problem haver.
Ooh.
This is something
I got some tips if you want to hear them. I know sometimes, you don't always want to hear tips from random strangers, but
shoot those tips. Shoot those tips. I need them.
All right, so you got the heating pad.
Yes.
Beautiful.
True.
I definitely have a heating pad myself. It's right by my desk. I slap that on there if it's feeling bad. I don't know what your setup's like, but I have like one of these sit-stand desks. I like to change it up. You know, get up and move around a bit.
Okay.
And then the other thing I started doing recently was it's gonna sound silly, but you know, just breathing and trying to breathe properly.
Okay.
So,
Can I show you how I breathe?
yes,
This is how I
please.
normally breathe. I go like this.
Oof.
So that, I don't know, that could be part of the problem, right?
I think you have a mental health problem.
I think that could be part of the problem because I do the same thing. You know, I have these very shallow breaths. I get really amped. I get really hyped up, and then I just start going. But,
or you realize, do you ever do that thing? It's like you realize you've been holding your breath for a while. You ever get that where you're like, oh my God, what am I doing?
It's terrible.
It's sort of like when you go a whole day, you haven't had any liquid, and you're just like, man, I'm not doing a good job at being a human.
Why are my lips bleeding and why do I have a big headache?
Exactly.
Oh yeah, I haven't drank any water. But yeah, I started doing these breathing exercises, basically like diaphragm breathing, and some people call it like back breathing. But it's like you're really working your diaphragm, taking deep breaths, and rather. So the reason why this makes your neck hurt apparently is because if you're not using your diaphragm, like your abdominals and your obliques to breathe,
yes,
your neck, your shoulders has to take the load, has to take the work. So your neck and shoulders are going to be like lifting up constantly throughout the day to like help you breathe.
This is something I have a lot of problems with.
You got to transfer that all down. You got to get the diaphragm going.
Let me try it. I'm gonna try breath real quick. Hold on, right?
Yeah.
What do you?
Very nice.
I think I probably did that wrong.
Very
okay.
nice.
I'll work on that. I'll work on that.
So I guess one thing I want to say is I'll be the anime checker-inner here.
Yes.
What's the status?
Anime corner already. Well, I watched some of. I'm way behind. I watched some of Yu Yu Hakusho, and I really like that. I did not think I was gonna like it, but I'm already pretty attached to that main character. And I'm an anime idiot, again, because I'm a kind of an old, decrepit boomer. But I really like it. I gotta say, I really like it. I'm very pleasantly surprised. Very flawed main character who I like that he starts off the show dying, and he's a little bit of a pervert. We have to admit that, but I like it. Why? What do you got in terms of anime for Anime Corner?
Well, my name has since changed. But I got movie Rex guy.
Oh, yeah. Good guy, good name.
I gave you some Rex already, but yeah, just checking in. You know, glad to see you're picking it up. The next, I'm a big JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fan myself, and the big announcement came out that they're going to animate the next part of the manga, so part 6. Which was like the first female protagonist in the series, so it's gonna be cool to see that. And,
is JoJo the one with a bunch of like muscle guys?
I'd say it
starts furries off or something?
Very muscle man.
Okay.
Like you have this because he started doing this in the 80s, and you have these like the big kind of anime muscle man, and then progressively, you know, it's still ongoing today. So they progressively kind of got smaller and smaller. More what do you call it, more like swimmer's body type of dudes.
You wanted to you were suggesting to watch Hunter x Hunter, right?
I didn't suggest that one, but I also do like that one. That's a good one.
All right, I'm gonna watch it.
What I suggested was Red Line, which is that movie. I think that was my big recommendation.
Right, Red Line. Right. Okay.
So yeah, if you have like a spare hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that, then that's a good one.
All right, you win. I'm gonna watch Redline. You got anything else you want to fire at everybody tonight?
Remember to breathe, everybody.
Remember to breathe. Breathe in. Do the, what is it called again? What's the breathing type called?
Diaphragm breathing or something.
Diaphragm breathing. All right, we'll give it a try. Thank you, Corn Pop. Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye. Very good guy, Corn Pop. Let's try that breathing again. Hold on. Let's see if it'll work. That's in and then out. Very good. Very good comedy there. Let's see what else. What else we got going on here? Oh, Mary Kate. We got to check in with Mary Kate. Let's check in with Mary Kate. Mary Kate.
Love it. That's my new ringtone.
Hey, what up, Mary Kate?
Well, I just got discharged from the hospital a few hours ago, so I'm alive, y'all. I'm not dead. God's not dead. Mary Kate's not dead. All right?
I like that you changed your name to Mary Kate is not dead because everybody was worried about you. They thought that you croaked.
Yes, I'm very flattered by the worry. Although for a brief moment, I thought I might be dead. So,
Oof.
hey,
Oof.
yeah.
Jeez, Mary Kate. Well, we won't get you into too much detail because, we don't want you to have to go into your recounting your medical trauma, but it's good to hear you made it through. You feeling better now or still dying?
I'm not feeling too great. But yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah, I had a realization when I was at the hospital. Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
So,
Hi.
There's the nurse call button when you're at the hospital. There's
No.
like that little remote and you can call the nurses and stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
So you might have, I think I showed you this. There are these 3 buttons on the nurse call remote. It says toilet, water, and pain. So I'm sitting there, I'm like high out of my mind on opioids and morphine, and I'm like, this means something. And here's what I'm thinking. Maybe this is like a triad of values for toiletism. Like the academics hundreds of years from now can reach back and they'll be able to recognize like at least 2 of these facets from any toiletist piece in the future. Like, what are you thinking?
Oh, I love it. Yeah. So there's three basically kind of 3 like overlapping kind of like ideas in toiletism, which is toilet, pain, and what was the other one? Food? Water. Toilet, pain, and water.
Exactly.
It's sort of like, have you ever seen those videos where they're trying to teach dogs to talk by they step on the buttons? It'll be like, ow, 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 or food, food. That's what I figure. That's what I picture. Just like pain, pain, water, water. I kind of like it.
I love it.
I kind of like it.
Soundboard.
Bye-bye.
Soundboard. That'll be mine that I have at my house.
I like this idea, though. I like this idea. That's sort of like, yeah, you're right. That's the hospital soundboard. I sort of like this. I think this needs to definitely go into the Toiletist, which is our art movement. The Toiletist manifesto is the pain, toilet, water trichotomy. What do you think?
Yes.
All right.
I'm so here for this.
All right.
Can I ask you another question?
Yes, please.
Going back to your stand-up, because I asked you about your stand-up the other stream. If you're comfortable sharing, and if you remember, what are a couple of jokes or lines you remember that like totally bombed? that you hated so much that you like wanted to sink into the floor after saying?
I mean, the vast majority of them, probably, I would say. Like 90% of them. I really don't. I know I have like probably a notebook or 2 with those things. But the way that comedy goes here, nobody takes it too seriously. It's mostly just like friends drinking beer. And then there's like 1 or 2 people who are actual audience members who wander in off the street. Like that's the Austin comedy scene. Not to put it down. I think it's probably the best for it to be like that.
Fun.
I do have a story though. I went to this one like open mic night where there was a dude who's he's like one of the regular comedy guys, and he had like a Kramer meltdown. Like just and it was just like this little sort of like kind of packed but small little theater, and he just like kept saying the N-word for some reason. And what makes this even worse is that the host of the show was a very nice African American person, let's just say.
Oh my god.
And I was just like in the audience like wow. And I like the weird thing is like sometimes people, because I remember this guy being like a relatively nice guy, like when I spoke to him, but like I just got the vibe that he just like his brain went away on stage, and he just like went down this weird path and couldn't get himself out, but he had a full-on Kramer meltdown. It was pretty bad.
And you're sure it wasn't Crowder? You're sure?
It was it was probably a young Steven Crowder. You're right. You're right. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh my God. I'm surprised there's not a video circulating of him having a Kramer on stage somewhere in Canada or whatever.
Hey, maybe someday.
Oh my God. Well, you got anything else, Mary Kate? You want to talk later? I want to make sure you're okay. You're not croaked.
Yeah, I'm down to talk later. I mean, I've always got more questions, but I don't want to hold up. You might want to send me down the sewer pipe and let someone else come up the toilet or whatever.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I'll get you back later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Mary Kate almost died. One of the best contributors to the program almost died last show. Almost had a public death. Okay, guys, I'm sorry, guys, but I have to do this copy. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I now have a sponsor of the show. It's Grey Chew. So let me read this Grey Chew copy. If you're looking for a tasty treat that tastes like meat, try Grey Chew, the all-new productivity and focus enhancement supplement that also helps enhance your, and then it says wink at the camera and go, yuck. This is disgusting. You may have heard of our competitor, Blue Chew. The problem is they're held down by restrictive and oppressive regulation by the FDA, or as we call it, I'm not gonna read what they wrote there. Grey Chew, get yours today. And it says they accept Dogecoin now, so that's good sponsor. Let's talk to Laura. Laura?
Hey, what's up?
Laura, what? Hi, Laura.
Hi.
How are you? You're like our resident artist, and you're the creator of the first Toiletism piece. I would say.
Shit. Okay.
And you're doing some not VR. What am I thinking of? AR. AR.
Yes.
You're working on
some the filter, but the thing is, it has to be like downsized, and so I needed to download a plugin to my 3D modeling software to make it small enough for Facebook and Instagram.
Oh no!
That's a lot of work.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I wouldn't know anything about just constantly dealing with tech issues and it never works out. Wouldn't know anything about that. This is good though. Like the piece, and we call them pieces that you did, is like it's like an AR, like almost like an Instagram filter where there's toilets, a halo of toilets around your head,
Yes.
and one of them is gold. And it's the best.
Yeah.
It's the best filter I've ever seen.
I actually I have a monkey fact.
Yes, please.
Which is, I need your opinion on this because I don't know how to interpret this. So I was reading up on the white-faced capuchin, and George the package monkey is a capuchin, but I don't believe is a white-faced capuchin. But apparently, eyeball poking is a behavior shown by these monkeys to say, I trust you so much, I'll let you put your finger in my eye. Fingers can be inserted into the eye socket right up to the knuckle. The monkeys do this in pairs and normally hold hands at the same time.
Wait a second. This is like a sort of friendship activity?
Yeah. But
they poke each other and they do a full
up to the knuckle.
Oh my God, that's more than just an eye poke. That's like that's an eye gouge.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. Maybe they have like super deep extra space next to their eyes.
Oh my God. And do they try to do this with people? Do they try to bond with the human by like gouging their eyes, or is this is a strict monkey behavior?
That's a good question.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I'll have to do some more research.
Do you remember that movie Monkey Trouble? Remember Monkey Trouble?
No.
Oh my God. Okay,
what?
we'll talk about that later. It was like a kids movie from the 90s where this girl like steals a monkey or something. It's pretty good.
Okay, you know what? I can do this as like an assignment.
Yes. I can't believe that that's true. That monkeys to like bond with each other, to be friends, gouge each other in the eyes.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Because their fingernails are like really sharp. Like there's like these pet owners and they have to like file them down because otherwise, you know.
Monkeys are weird. Well, this is good. I love how much monkeys they do crimes and they gouge each other in the eye. That's what we've learned on this
Yes,
program.
for friendship. Yeah.
Well, Laura, should I flush you or you got anything else you want to talk about?
You can flush me.
All right, you're flushed. Bye-bye. Somebody writes in the chat, R.I.P. David Paxman, 1984 to 2021, choked on his own blue chew. Poor Paxton. Poor David Paxton. And by the way, his legal people are still emailing me about stop accusing him of forcing his staff to take blue chew. It's pretty sick. Mika G? Mika?
Hey, can you hear me?
Hey, Mika G.
Hey, it's my name is pronounced Micah.
Oh.
All good.
Oh, I knew that. Micah. We've gone through this exact same rigmarole before. My name is pronounced Micah, and then I just go right back.
Well, I don't know your name, but that's a whole other conversation, I guess.
Did you hear that thing Laura was saying about the monkeys gouging each other in the eyes?
Yeah, that sounds painful.
Do you think that's real, or do you think that she made that up?
There's a picture on the Discord, so it looks real.
She probably photoshopped it. Well, what's going on with you? What's going on with you, Micah?
Yeah, a couple things. First off, I want to ask you about composting toilets because they don't flush. So
they just sit there.
Yeah, you have to put some wood chips or something in there, spin them around. They don't flush, so I'm kind of confused about them. I'm just looking for some advice.
Have you ever used one?
Yes.
And what was your experience? You liked it, or hey, I've never used one. So did you like it, or you think this is disgusting?
It's kind of gross.
It's gross.
Mostly the urine smell, the ammonia.
Toilet.
Pretty disgusting.
Ugh. Yuck.
Yeah, but you sure waste a lot of water with the flushing, you know.
Oh my God. Yeah, you're right. It is, man. It is. And a lot of people, not naming any names, like to just flush the toilet for no reason. They're like, they're just flushing it. What a waste.
I know, right?
Unbelievable. Well, I'll give these kind of composting toilets a try. Sounds pretty disgusting, but who knows? Maybe I'll like it.
Yeah, I got a self-care suggestion. You're talking about back issues, so I suggest a foam roller. Those are pretty sweet.
Ooh, does this ever happen to you? You just wake up and you're like, oh, my neck refuses to work now. Does this ever happen to you?
Yeah, the stretching, and you can put the foam roller like lying down on your neck. It's great. I would recommend it.
All right, I'm gonna try it. What was the other suggestion? Was what did he say? I can't even remember. I didn't even write it down. To watch anime. I think the suggestion was watch. So I got watch anime and do a foam roller. Okay, Micah, I'll do it. Will you talk to me later and we'll see if it worked?
Yeah, but real quick, I just want to say appreciate your content. You're going through I'm going through some medical stuff like Mary Kate, and I really appreciate the soundboard in particular.
Oh,
cracks me up every time.
Did you get to use that hospital soundboard? Toilet, water, pain?
No, unfortunately, haven't been in the hospital, so not yet. Looking forward to it though. Appreciate it.
All right, Mike, I'll talk to you later.
All right, take care.
Love you. Good guy. Sounds like a good guy there. RM Brown. Oh, man. RM Brown, at our house, it is a courtesy to double flush. Very important. Vince, that's very wasteful. Double flushing. This is a double flush house. We're not animals. We double flush. We like to just really make sure that all that doo-doo is gone. Hugh McDonald, I have become aware of a certain moron who requires the attention of Room Brown. Jack Murphy is an unfortunate individual who's making an ass of himself in public on a regular basis. Is that Tim Pool guy, Jack Murphy? Is that MAGA Tom Segura? Is that his real name? Castle, are you there?
Hey, my guy.
What up, Cass?
I've been better. I feel like I do it every time, but you know what? I'm chilling.
You've been
Also-
better. You've been better, but you're okay.
Yeah, and I married Kate today, so you know.
Oh, okay, very good. I hope Mary Kate gets better.
No, me too. I was worried about her.
Yeah, that last stream, I was like, oh my god, like we got
It was a little dour.
Oof. It sounds like
sure.
she's getting better though. Thank God.
Definitely. She doesn't have cancer, and we're happy about it.
Oh my God, thank God.
We're dancing in the street like when Biden was elected.
Well, what's
By the
up?
way,
Yeah, go.
I was gonna ask, like, what do you think about stuff like that, where when a politician that no one seems to really like all that much wins, and there's partying in the street?
Were people partying for Biden? I mean, I know for me, I was just like, it was just a bit. What it really was just like, okay, like the presidency isn't really something I care about anymore, basically.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that weird? That's sort of a weird feeling that I've been having, where it's just like, like the president basically doesn't exist anymore. Like, that's my feeling.
Yeah. No,
Like
I definitely feel it with Biden right now, where it's like he's just doing his thing, you know?
Yeah, it's just like, all right, this is not. We kind of got, maybe if we really want change, we have to like go around this whole thing. Is what I think. But
yeah, get rid of the presidency.
Get rid of it. Abolish the presidency. I say.
Yes.
What else you got for us? What else you got, Castle?
What do I got?
You're one of the High Council. You have banning. You have banning. Rights, and you're banning everybody. You banned me. So
I did. I had to let you in the server for the stream, but man, I was gonna say, since you're a boomer,
yes.
Do you know that you can schedule YouTube streams, and so like it'll show up on people's sub feed, and like Aaron Brown will go live in like 2 hours or something, and I don't know if you want to figure that out, but I think that would help you out your show quite a bit.
You know what, Castle, I owe you for this one. I owe you for this one, Castle. I owe you for this one, because these are things that I never would have thought of, because I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Let's face it, I'm a pretty stupid guy, and without
You've made it this far.
All right, well, I'm gonna do it, Castle, and I'll put like, I should lie in it too, right? I would be like, oh, guest today, Mr. Beast, or like whatever. Mr. Beast, or some very
playing
popular
Fall Guys with Mr. Beast.
Yes, playing Fall Guys with Mr. Beast. Neither one of us leaves. The first one of us to leave gets a $500,000 or something.
Oh yeah, no, that could be good. That could be good.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll think about this. I'll come up with some lies to put in there.
Sweet.
All right.
Clickbait the shit out of everyone. Do it.
Yes, that's how we do it here. Lies and clickbaiting. All right, Cass, I'll talk to you later, unless you got anything else.
No, we're good. Flushing toilets.
Flushing toilets. Love you, Castle. Castle, one of the greats. That's enough. Castle, one of the greats. One of the great human beings of our time, I would say. And seems like a nice guy. Seems like a genuinely nice guy. Seems like one of those guys where you're just like, yeah, everybody likes that guy. That jerk. Everybody likes him. Nobody likes me, but everybody likes Castle. I was looking for a place where I could just dunk on conservatives and make hateful comments, but I don't really want to verify my phone, so I'm... By the way, this is something we need to mention in every one of these streams. The Vincent Gallo sucks guy. There's a guy who just came into the chat, said Vincent Gallo sucks, and then nobody ever heard from him again. If that guy can get in the Discord and do you defend this, I liked Buffalo 66. I probably wouldn't be able to sit through any of those Vincent Gallo movies ever again, but I just like that a guy was like, Vincent Gallo sucks, and then he just disappeared. Having a president is like having a boss. If your boss goes on vacation for 3 weeks, everyone seems to just keep working. I guess so. But here, guys, I forgot to do this, and it's the time to do this. We have another sponsor, actually. We have another sponsor. This company's called, I really wanted to get a sponsorship from Hello Tushy, but I couldn't do it, so we got, this is really good. Hello Toilet, it's called. And this is their graphic right there. Hello Toilet is the first walk-in toilet. I don't know I mean, if you could look at the graphic, I'm not exactly sure how this works, but the graphic, I guess, is sort of an instruction to you. Go inside the toilet, and there's like a shower head on there. So I guess you flush and the shower goes. So Hello Toilet, guys, check out Hello Toilet, our new sponsor. Very good. Very good. Very good. I think they're going to sell a lot of those Hello Toilets. Hello Toilet. Okay, guys, let's see who else we got. Let's talk to Shenanigans.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
What up, Shenanigans? How are you?
You're awesome. I'm awesome. And
Hi.
hi.
What is up?
Okay, hold on. I know what's happening. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
I had to exit the stream thing because I can hear you. I didn't know if I would be able to hear you or not.
Hey, get those tech
so you're
issues
talking
together. Get those tech issues fixed.
Yeah. I'm such a boomer. I am more of a boomer than you, and I'm 24, so you don't have anything to worry about.
Beautiful.
So, you're saying about your social skills feeling kind of depleted?
Yes.
And in the past like 3 days on the Discord, I feel like my social skills, I've like sort of like regrown them. And also like I'm working on better habits. And also like I was getting kind of depressy, and there's two depressies when you do art stuff, you know, what the one where you make really depressy art and sometimes it's okay. Or the one where you don't make any, right?
Right. That's the worst.
Yeah.
That's the worst kind. You got to keep moving.
That's what I was in. I was in the dark place.
Oh.
And so I hadn't made like anything. And now I showed my sister like stuff I'm working on. She's like, "Why are you painting toilets?" You wouldn't understand. It's awesome.
You never heard.
But
You should say to her, "You never heard of toiletism? What's going on with you? Where have you been? Get it together, sister."
Right. It's not my fault that you're uninitiated.
It's not. It's not my fault that you're uncultured.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to be cultured swine in this house. Yeah, but you know, it's just a very considerate community. I've had so many positive interactions. One of the first people, well, the first two people who I like started, I talked a lot with Mary Kate. She's really, really cool. Mary Kate is the bomb.com.
Yeah.
Is what the youth say.
It's a real heartbreak for her to not be feeling well, to be honest, because she's like she's sort of the spirit of the show. So, you know.
Yeah.
I
love her face.
We
but
gotta
I wanted
all pull
to leave
through.
her alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody put Vadim in the chat, and that I want to apologize to Vadim. We had a long chat the last time, and I initially thought it was a different guy. I thought it was Hakeem.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was Hakeem, which shows some probably some internalized racism on my part, and I should be canceled. Thank you. But Vadim was really cool, and thank you to Vadim too for coming on the show and putting up with my attitude. Well, anyway, Shenanigans, I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt you, but yes, Mary Kate, beautiful person, and we're gonna make sure that she pulls through for sure.
Yeah, but like the community spirit there is just really, really great. And, you know, I think that we all, you know, when you work a low wage job, a lot of people like sort of convince themselves, well, they wouldn't pay me this little if I was worth very much at all, right?
Exactly.
But in this community, everybody knows that and understands that. And it totally flips the script.
Mm-hmm.
Also, everyone's like understanding. People tend to give each other the benefit of the doubt, not assuming what people mean. That's awesome.
Yeah, right. I think everybody's got a sense of humor up in here. There's no like, oh, we're gonna start a drama or something. I feel like
it's just solidarity.
Yes, and we got a lot of Neil Breen fans in here, which is, you know, if somebody likes Neil Breen movies, that they're probably gonna be, you know, marriage material for sure. So yeah, they're cool. Everybody's cool. Everybody's cool, and also, you know, I go in there in the Discord every once in a while. I'm like, these people are cooler than me. I feel like a you know, kind of a nerd in here.
Yeah, you are kind of a nerd. That's why you've attracted an awesome community.
Thank you.
Nerds are awesome. That's not a bad thing.
Well,
But yeah.
shenanigans. Is there anything you want to shout out or anything you want to?
I do want to tell you something, just because I think it's really funny and it's so close to being the same thing. And I know there's nothing new under the sun. But I have these reoccurring characters that I just keep drawing, and I know the world that they belong in, and I know the rules of the world, but I don't know how to tell their story. Punkarina and Dinocorn.
Okay.
So there's like the high art, low art thing, and I think it's all bogus, but that was like very much so imposed upon me when I went to college for this, and I studied a lot of like art history and so on.
Wait, so you have the name of 2 characters here?
Yes.
What are the
Punkarina and Dinocorn. There's a theme song.
Punkarine, and what's the other one?
Punkarina and Dinocorn. She's a punk ballerina, and she doesn't wear a top because why would she?
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Very good. And what are they gonna go on? They're gonna go on adventures or what?
They do go on an adventure, a big adventure, to the land of high art. The
Very
land of
nice.
high art is having a problem. They've got this like gaping chasm, and it keeps growing and growing, and now parts of their city are falling off into this giant hole. When you walk up to the hole, it's the void of pure concept. The art that doesn't get made. The art that we just think don't make.
This is very David Lynchian, or this is very like David Lynch's book type stuff of like, you got to turn the idea into a thing. I like this. So there's an actual kind of void where ideas just go to die, basically.
Yeah, she is a drawing. It is a true thing that this person is a drawing. And so when she walks up to the void of pure concept, there's a very minimalist piece that was a favorite piece of one of my professors who I didn't really understand her philosophy of art until like my senior year. And I was like, I didn't appreciate you. I left her beautiful like thank you note type thing. I hope she liked it. I really do.
The void of pure concept. I like that. That's so good. Is this like?
So if you approach it, you start diminishing. You start depleting.
It's
so
like
then she,
You
but
remember
the thing that saves her is
you remember
this string that goes from the wall to the floor. I'm sorry.
No. I kept talking over you, but I was gonna say, is this gonna be like a Back to the Future 1 situation where Marty McFly looks at his hand and it starts his body starts fading away? Is that what the void of pure concept is like?
Not quite. So actually, I was thinking about abstraction.
Okay.
And I think that when things get so abstract that they're just conceptual, that's sort of where that's where the edge would be. So the creatures that live on the edge are these art pieces. So yes, there are other art pieces that live in this world, and in the land of high art, there's a giant wall that's separating the land of high art from everybody else, from low art, quote unquote.
No.
And the Punkarina and Dinocorn are going to be let in by a Dada toilet.
Yes.
Because I thought a toilet was funnier than a urinal. And I wrote that when I was in art school like 2 years ago. And I drew it. Do you want to see what the character looks like? Can I show you?
Yeah, put it in the toiletism.
Okay, I will
thing.
definitely do that. I realized that I don't even know where the drawing is. I had like a comic book page of it.
How can we track? Is this going to be like an animated thing, or is this going to be a book?
Well, I was trying to figure out how to write comics, but I'm really bad at it.
How can we make sure that this happens? We need to have, because we got a lot of artists in this community. How do we hold people to account of like, look, because this whole thing of the void of pure concept is too good. You gotta follow through with this thing.
I know. The follow through is the thing, right? But like, I think part of it is like, so there's someone in the Discord who writes these wonderful haikus, and I asked nicely if I could, illustrate some of them. And because it's a collaborative thing, because I care about this person who is Battle Bomb. Awesome person. Like I want to finish these because I think it's cool and they think it's cool, and I showed them like as it went, and there was one night and I didn't do the thing, right? But then I said, you know what? Tomorrow I'm making 2, and then I did. Haha.
Very good.
I think that's what it's gonna. Just can you harass me?
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna make sure that this happens. It's sounding like this is going to be a comic, but yeah, this would be a great. There's nothing really like this for kids, where it's like, you know, because kids are kind of like born artists. They're always like doing some weird abstract thing, and we gotta like they get this has to come to fruition, I feel like. So we're gonna figure out a way to like make sure that this happens, and everybody.
I can't stop drawing them.
Okay, good. Everybody,
Sorry.
We're all gonna harass Shenanigans until this book actually happens, and then it'll be like we can put it. I don't know if you remember this, but there was like the Dogma 95 thing where like every one of those movies got like a number and it was like authenticated and stuff. If you want, this book can go into the Toiletism authentication project, procedure where we stamp it and it's like this is an official Toiletist movement children's comic or whatever.
Well, I don't really want to aim it at children. I don't think this is more like
gonna put some.
I don't know.
Gonna put some R-rated stuff in it.
Well, no, it's just punk green that doesn't wear a shirt and like female nipples are, you know,
frowned upon.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I'm not allowed to mow my yard topless, and it's stupid.
It's sinful.
You think I have a yard? I don't have a house. I'm a wage slave, my dude.
Well, Shenanigans, I want to see this happen. I'm gonna flush you, but we're gonna.
I love your face, and you're awesome, and thank you so much.
Love you too, Shenanigans, and we'll talk soon. And keep working on this and get some progress on it so we can look at it next time.
Yes, I will provide things. You're amazing.
Right. Bye,
have a good rest of your stream.
Bye. Shenanigans. What's going on? We got Chippy sending some material. Did I just log myself out? Gonna get some good tech problems. Gonna get some tech problems up in here. Oh, let's do blocks. Blocks for brains.
Hello.
Yo, what up, Blocks?
Hey.
What up?
Well, welcome to RM Brown's live stream on April 7th, 2021.
Yep, correct.
Where we make it rain gray chew and we throw stuff because our money's all in Dogecoin.
Blue chew.
Correct. What up with you, Blocks?
What's going on, man?
How's things going for you? Blocks for Brains, you're the resident poet. We got What did you think of that idea for a comic? That Shenanigans.
Oh, I think it's great. Yeah, no, I actually wrote some like just notes down here. It's like I was like, oh, that's no, I think it's just a wonderful idea. I'm really excited about toiletism at large. Yeah, no, I have some ideas. Everybody's like coming up with these different ideas about what it is and should be as meaning, and I'm so excited about the energy. It gets all my like art kind of philosophical sort of.
How do you? Okay, so here's a question, Blocks, because you're a public intellectual, right? Like you're a public intellectual. How do you get a group of people, let's say like a couple hundred people, how do you get them on the same page to put together an art manifesto? Like
no, I've been thinking about this. Okay, I literally have been going through this in my head where what I want to do or what I'd like to see done and wouldn't mind, really trying to help with is basically put together what would be a mission statement, meaning that basically what somebody would do is, whether you took polls initially or just went in intuition wise, but you try to take a group of people and kind of figure out what they're doing, and you sort of write up something vague and ask, you poll people, show people like a quick write-up on what you think toiletism is, and just try and get input from important members of the community, like various people contributing, and just try and figure out what the zeitgeist is. And then you would like basically write up what I would call a mission statement, but it might be either a ratification or a manifesto. I don't know what semantics to use here, but you'd write it out, and then a bunch of people would sign it in the community that would make it quote unquote official within that community that birthed that idea.
Ooh,
something like that.
I like this.
Yeah.
Would it be like a wiki?
And I'd be willing to like do this footwork because I'm so excited about the idea, and I have my own sort of like lofty injections as far as like what I'm seeing looks, because I see a certain surrealistic vibe within what people are doing, and I
Mhm.
see the way your humor is, the way, like, just to cut through all the meme bullshit for a second, the way you're using your soundboard and stuff, I feel as though you're really helping to smuggle in critical thinking to people who need it by just talking about duking and dipes and stuff. And it's
Yes.
beautiful. It's like, I love it. I fucking love it. So I sort of see that in toiletism, and maybe I'm projecting here, but I see this sort of intellectual beauty, which I, as an existentialist, see it as more of a philosophically existentialist vibe, but it doesn't matter so much as what you're trying to get done. Meaning, if it is towards critical thinking and just helping humanity in a pragmatic, almost political sense by just being silly and representing stuff in an almost surrealistic way, I think that could be explained similar to how surrealism was ratified originally, in a very positive philosophical sense. Meaning, I personally see this as almost a cultural and logical extension of what surrealism was trying to get done in a new circumstance, with a bit more of a pragmatic edge, like a bit finer point, is it being less totally abstract in its consequence, meaning it's trying to engage people with stuff critical of like a societal level grift that's going on.
Should we have like, maybe, how about this? This will take things into a whole nother territory. What if you have to submit your work? You want your work to be officially kind of approved as toiletism. You have to give it to Mary Kate, and Mary Kate decides. She decides whether or not it's toiletism, and just on her whim,
Sounds awful structuralist and authoritarian, but maybe that would work depending on the individual.
And
I mean, like, a benevolent monarchy is sort of like effective if the right person is in charge, but I don't know if that's really going to have any like legs going into the future conceptually.
And you have to call her Comrade Mary Kate, and we all clap for her, and she also claps to let everyone know that she's part of us. But we all know she's really not.
The underlying axiom to your moral logical system becomes whatever she says is morally good, and then we just move on from there.
And people start disappearing who disagree with her, kind of thing.
Yeah, which is fine, because if she thinks it's okay, then it's okay.
Well, very good. Blocks, I'm going to work on this. I like the idea of doing a manifesto. Maybe it'll be a wiki or something. Who knows?
Oh, so the guy earlier, the thing he was talking about was diaphragmatic breathing. That was the one.
Diaphragmatic.
Yeah, he's talking about breathing. And I just want to let you know I'm breathing doinks right now.
Very good. Very good. You like breathing in that doink fume.
Yeah. And actually, so here's what I was thinking. If you didn't have any suggestion for another like poem for me to write, because I could just write whatever I want, obviously, but I was always hoping to like kind of get you to like bring up some silly meme thing as like a project for me here and there. And I was just wondering if you thought, with this whole Matt Gaetz thing going on, if I should try and like get some content for that, or if you had any other silly stuff you thought I should slap something together for.
There's that, or maybe because one thing I'm trying to do is squeeze as much money out of this thing as possible. That's what it's. How many kind of low grade sponsors can I get for this? How many kind of sleazy sponsors can I get? So maybe we can contribute to that. You could do something for that walk-in toilet company.
Oh yeah, that sounds great. Here, I'll take a little note real quick.
Did you see the picture of that guy?
Toilet.
Did you see the graphic that they made?
Yeah. I've been seeing so much killer stuff with the toiletism. I can't even believe it. It's amazing.
Okay, I'm gonna put that ad in the toiletism thing. But yeah, maybe something about this walk-in toilet, so that this company they'll be like, wow, they're really like giving us a lot of material for our walk-in toilet.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if that's what you want, you could go with Gaetz. The only thing with Gaetz is that that whole story has gotten to the point of just being really just
it keeps getting weirder. Yeah, no, I'm saying I didn't know if you wanted to do like some content on that. So I was trying to like match with what you were going with popular content. Basically, is what I'm saying.
Oh boy.
But I guess I think that's great. The walk-in toilet I'll go with. But before I go, I wanted to tell you that later this month I'm going to be installing a toilet in my shower.
Yo, are you really? You're lying.
Yeah. See, the way I look at it is this. This is a meritocracy, and because I work hard in this meritocracy, I should show my merit by measuring the number of showers I take. And I will not let the liberals control my toilet water usage and ruin the fucking economy. So, if I'm able to flush the toilet, my high-flow toilet, while I'm taking a shower, I'm installing a toilet in my shower later this month.
Very good.
That and a second water heater.
Will you keep us updated on how this turns out?
Toilet.
Yep.
All right. Blocks, I love you. And get on that poem and we'll hear it later.
Fantastic.
Love you. Good guy. That's a good guy right there. He's a good guy. He's a surrealist. And he's an existentialist. I'm just going to call him a surrealist because that sounds cooler, to be honest. Guys, don't forget about
Blue Chew. Blue Chew.
Let's talk to Benny Pepino Lime. Benny? Benjamin?
Mr. Brown, how are you doing today?
What up, Benny? Benny Pepino, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for allowing me on the program today.
Yeah, congratulations getting through the High Council, the mods. I don't know if you heard about this, but they even banned me from the server. Like, I'm doing this from some kind of an outside line. It's pretty sick stuff. But thank you for talking to me.
Honestly, I think it's for your own good, to be honest. But
yeah,
they're just doing what's best. But yeah. So
wait, before Benny, before you to say anything, can you put your mouth a little closer to the microphone, please?
Do I need to be closer or farther?
Or louder. To speak louder.
Oh, okay. All right, is that better?
So, well, okay, just keep going.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, you know what? I was kind of having a little bit of problems with the reception.
Do this. Go like this. Go, woo!
Woo!
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, try to keep it at that level.
If I gotta keep it, is this better?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Well, look, I guess I wanted to talk a little bit about something more serious.
Yes, please.
So, what do you think about this whole? Have you heard about AOC's like recent donations to establishment Dems?
Ooh, I did read that thing about that she was there was a study done that she was the least effective member of Congress or something like that. Did you hear that?
No, yeah, I did actually hear that.
Well, let's see. I want to hear about this donation thing. I've heard little bits about this, but I haven't really read about it. Give us the story.
So I guess it's there's this Politico article I could link as well, but so basically AOC it has been giving some donations to the Dems that pretty much hate her guts and want nothing to do with her.
Oof.
And so that's a little weird on face value that she's doing that. But the funniest part is that, come to find out, a lot of them are shitting and crying because they think that this will kind of go against them. They think that this is actually going to hurt them
because they're like, AOC's so toxic that she's gonna make us look bad. Yeah, I think that's what I heard.
Yeah, no, I just think it's kind of. I mean, I don't really know what she was thinking, but just to for her to kind of extend this hand and then for them to still kind of cry about it and kind of be like, yeah, we don't want this. We don't want this socialist money.
Yeah, I mean, this is sort of like where we get into the whole idea of like, is any real serious change going to happen through this sort of representative government process? And it's starting to look like no, right? It's starting to look like we're just going to have to like do this on our own if we really want change, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, right? But there's
I mean, the thing with the people who, like whatever, control Congress, control the Democratic Party and all that stuff. It's like, they're good at raising money, right? Like that's the whole thing. Like Nancy Pelosi like came into the game just as like somebody who could squeeze a bunch of money out of people, right? So it's like, what are you going to do in that environment?
And you got the new wave of people who are kind of saying, let's raise money from the people kind of thing, and not the traditional ways of Nancy Pelosi, for example. And I don't think they like that very much.
Well, look, we're getting into deeper territory. Let's figure this out. It's gonna be a lot of like, I think it's gonna be a lot of people doing stuff on their own, not just like, I'm gonna vote once every whatever year or couple of years or whatever. It's gonna be like people are gonna just have to get more and more involved, and then they're gonna have to start answering to people more, and people are probably just gonna create their own kind of movements on their own, you know? I think that's where this is kind of the lesson, right? Because
I think so.
yeah, because a lot of us, we had like such high hopes for people like AOC, and it's like, well, she just kind of like, it's the same with like, look at Kristen Cinema. Like, remember,
It's just
like
I like the idea. I love the idea of AOC, but I mean, it's just kind of, I don't know where I'm at right now.
there needs to be this like giant people-based thing behind her, or like that kind of thing. It can't just be like, oh, well, AOC's in there now, everything's going to change. No, it has to be like more than just this kind of like individual thing. But this is a bigger project. But Benny Pepino, I'll flush you, but you talk to me again soon.
Thank you for having me on the program, sir. Have me again soon, please.
Bye, Benny. Good question. Good questions and good comments by Benny.
Everyone's scared. Everyone's scared. Everyone's scared.
I got a new Zizek drop, actually. I don't know if anybody has heard this.
Let's have a drink of Coke. Let's have a drink of Coke.
If anybody can tell me what's that from, you'll get a Venmo prize of some kind. Let's talk to Bobby Bluechew. Bobby Bluechew? Bobby?
Holy moly.
Bobby?
Hi. I'm doing so good.
Oh, sorry, Bobby. I got carried away. How are you?
That's all right. That's all right. I'm doing well. How are you? How are you?
I'm pretty good. You sound pretty mellow, like you're having a pretty good time.
Yeah, hey, I'm a little scared, but everyone's scared.
Everyone's scared.
So
Everyone's scared.
It's whatever, but yeah, I got something. I'm pretty sure. Sounds like the mods might have already told you, but today I had a nice beverage at a local Mexican restaurant.
Ooh, now we're talking. What'd you have?
It was, there's a picture on the Discord, you can find it, but it's called the spicy pepino margarita.
You had a spicy pepino margarita.
Absolutely.
You were doing a little bit of day drinking, and you got a little day buzz going. True? Is that true?
It was an evening one. It was. We're in the same time zone.
Okay.
I'm Texas here. That's where the Tex-Mex is at.
True. That's true.
Yeah, it was. It felt like day drinking because it was a little boozy. It was a little much. It was awful. It was my mom's birthday.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I just started spewing, ad hominem attacks and.
Ooh. Very good.
The pepino.
Very good.
Yeah.
Did your mom get a little bit wasted at this thing? She was like, "It's my birthday. I'm gonna get a little buzz on."
No way. She had a single ranch water. Just one done. I had a one and done. But
Very
it was
good.
a little dense. I'm already slurring my words.
You guys sound pretty responsible and pretty fun. I like that. That sounds nice.
We like to keep a good balance.
Let me ask you this about day drinking, Bobby Bluechew.
Absolutely.
It's hit or miss, right? It's either like, oh, this really makes my day like a fun time, or it's like, oh, I feel like I'm gonna barf at 3 p.m.
Yeah, sometimes it's like, are you gonna rally from the night before you wake up? You're like, oh man, I'm dizzy. Is this a good choice? It's never a good choice.
Never a good choice.
Or it's like, ooh, am I gonna be bad today? Am I gonna pop a blue chew and just go for it? And sometimes that's the way it goes.
That's exactly right. Are you a proud Texan or ashamed Texan?
Oh gosh,
Blue chew. Ashamed.
But
generally ashamed.
It's like a mixture.
Yeah.
How do you feel? I mean, how long have you been in Austin?
I've been here over a decade, and I wouldn't say I'm ashamed because I do like this city, but I'm definitely you look at if you just look at Texas from the Ted Cruz and Cornyn and all those guys, you're like, whoa, what is going on here? But a lot of great people in Texas and a lot of great things to do. Of course, we don't equal that,
There are good things. There's something I always tell myself too is like, if I'm ever face to face with Ted Cruz or Paxton, Ken, not David, not David Paxton.
Is that his son? Is David Paxton Paxton's son? I think so.
I think so. I think we can say that and not get you in legal trouble.
Blue chew. I'm pretty sure that's exactly right.
But yeah, if I'm ever face to face with one of them, I think I might just forget the Alamo, just Toss it out. No more.
Oh man. I went to the Alamo once, and there was like, it was so funny, like the people just kind of wandering around there, and and one of the guys, there was like this case of like, you know, like artifacts and stuff from, I guess, that they had found from, you know, whatever, 100 years ago, whatever,
Yes, of course.
from the actual Alamo, and some dude took a picture of it, and I heard him say to his like whoever he was with, he's like, "Hey, I got a picture of all that crap," and I was just like, "Yeah, okay, good. It's all crap. Very
He's
good."
like, we can leave now.
Yeah. We got it. Let's get out of here.
Oh my God.
Very good.
I haven't been since I was like maybe 9 or 10, and I remember I was just so bored. I was like, what is the importance of this? And like then I got the little, you know, the little thing where you put a penny in, and it just like presses the penny and like puts Davy Crockett's face on it. You're like, oh man, this is cool. That was my favorite part. That and like the Ripley's Believe It or Not, whatever, the Wax Museum was next door. I got to like take a picture with Wax Jim Carrey. That was
I can't believe
awesome.
that you mentioned the Ripley's Believe It or Not, because I remember when I went to San Antonio to go see that, I was like, why is there what is this weird part of town with just like a random Ripley's Believe It or, like, what does this have to do with anything? It's just like, seems like totally out of place. They're just like, let's just put something here to entertain these people, you know, when they're not drinking at one of these bars.
There's like no zoning. It's like the river. It's like the Keith Haring. Or was it Keith Haring? No, it's like the Life is Good store.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the Wax Museum.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's historic Alamo area. You
And
know,
then I
that's-
went,
that's just how
the
it
one
is.
time I went to San Antonio, they're like, oh, we got to go to the Riverwalk. We got to go to the Riverwalk. And we go to the Riverwalk, and it's all drained of water. There's no water in it, and there's just tractors driving through it. And they're like, oh, okay, I guess we're not going to the Riverwalk. The Riverwalk is just like the saddest nightmare. So whatever. That was my experience of San Antonio. Never going back. Never again.
Yeah, there's no point. I went to a museum there once, and that was like, you know, it was whatever. But there's a restaurant on the river. I got to check if you went there, but there's just this restaurant where they just insult you. You go there, and they just insult you.
Oh, is it, what is it, Dick's Last Resort or whatever?
Dick's Last Resort, yeah.
Yeah. I've always wanted to go there.
Go ahead.
Always wanted to go there.
Yeah, it is. It's nice, but when you're like a little kid, you got a real thin skin. It doesn't go very well.
Do they
put a little hat on your head?
Do the people who work there, they go after little kids too? They're like, oh, look at this kid. This kid looks like garbage.
They kind of like, they test their luck a little bit, you know, like they kind of like dance around it. Like they're like, all right, let's figure out how old this kid is. You know, they put the hat on my head. It said something like my boogers taste like Skittles or something. And maybe I had a dance where I was eating my boogers and it just kind of hit too close to home or something.
Hey, my son has a booger eating problem. That's too much. You took it too far. All right.
And the thing is, they get mad when you insult them.
Oh, unbelievable. You know what though? Like that should be every restaurant. Just let the servers say whatever they want. Enough with this. Enough with this dancing around, because all these customers are, you know, half of them at least are slobs and they deserve it. So that's what we say.
Yeah, it'll break down the entitlement for sure.
Exactly. All right, Bobby Blue Chew, I'm gonna flush you, but talk to me again soon.
It's a pleasure.
Bye. That's a good Texan right there. Super chat from Raspberry. Toiletist imposters are called turd burglars. How dare you use that language in my chat? Will there be a KGB type situation to prevent these denigrating dudes? Yes, we do need to create some kind of, we need some kind of a KGB thing. Even worse than the KGB. We need some kind of a gulag to throw toiletist imposters into. Especially if somebody does some toiletist, you know, they take credit for something, or they create a fake or something, then they get in the gulag. Shannon Williams, I apologize for my interruptions. Thanks for being so kind. Well, what did you interrupt, Shannon? Shannon coming in with the apology. And anybody, let's get back to the most important part of this whole stream.
No.
Which is tech problems. is the stream working? Can I ask people out there, is the stream working? Because who knows? Who knows, and more importantly, who cares? Let's talk to Bennis. Venus. It's probably Venus, knowing you guys, knowing this crowd. Venus?
Yeah, it's Venus.
Venus.
Yeah.
How annoying is that? How annoying is that?
I actually really enjoy it.
You enjoy it?
My
Okay.
brain in like just the right way.
Okay, good, because I feel like, you know, I'm hearing it coming from myself and I'm like, oh boy, that's annoying. But anyway, Venus, I'm sorry to throw you off track. What's going on with you? How are you? How are you feeling? Are you a toiletist? Are you a toiletist artist? What's going on?
I feel like if I was any type of artist, I feel like toiletism would suit me best.
Very good. Very good. I like the sound of that already.
Yeah.
So you're looking. You looked at all the different art movements. You're like impressionism. Oh, romantic crap or whatever. Oh, you know, it could be like a classical romanticism. You know, point at. Whoa, Venus. What is that? What's going on back there?
That was my dog.
No.
I apologize.
You got to go over to him and say
no.
Excited.
Oh my God, that beast is going. Have you been beating that thing? What's he so mad about? He or she? What are they so mad about?
One of them's a boy and one of them's a girl, and they are mad because they think the entire apartment building is our home that they need to protect.
Oof.
When in all reality, there are other dogs that live in the building.
Oof. Did you hear, speaking of dogs, did you hear about that guy? He comes on the stream every once in a while. He does van life. And we found out, and this may or may not be true, but from what I understand, he takes his dog's doo-doo and his doo-doo from the van and he throws it in the town's water supply. Did you hear about that?
No.
Oh my God. I might have gotten that story wrong. I might have heard him wrong or something, but I'm pretty sure he said that he takes the van life doo-doo because they don't have a septic system and he just finds where the reservoir is and he just throws it in there, which I don't know if I'm on the fence about it. I feel like it's probably a bad idea, but
yeah, I agree. It's probably not the best idea to put doo-doo in the water supply, but at the same time, if you're drinking like filtered water from someplace else and it's not your water supply.
Exactly. Or you know what? It's what I like about it is it's sort of like, oh, I'm fancy. I have a Brita. I have one of these Britas because I'm too good for doo-doo molecules in my water. I feel like that's a little snobbish, right?
I feel like those types of people are the people who get the worst side effects from the vaccine.
Exactly, because their immune system is not built up from us, normal people, who drink unfiltered doo-doo water.
Exactly.
All right. Well, Venus, I'm sorry, because we just started talking and I've already brought up doo-doo and toilets, which shows you my maturity level. So can I get, what did you want to talk about and what is up with you?
I was just inhaling some doinks.
Ooh.
And thinking about how like fantasizing about our leftist revolution one day in the future.
Yes.
And just like all the cool different things that we'll get to expropriate and have fun with. And I was just thinking about how much better the Blaze TV is gonna get.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of a misleading name because you think it's going to be like a fun sort of like weed channel, but it's just a bunch of old decrepit fossils talking about how they're scared of their neighbor looks different than them or something.
Yeah, I imagine a future where the Blaze TV is just full of stuff that can currently be found on Adult Swim.
Yes.
But just like a little bit weirder, like the Loiter Squad and like I don't know if you've seen the YouTube Adult Swim Off the Air series.
Venus, I was just gonna goddamn Venus. I was gonna say Venus, I got something I know you're gonna love, which is Off the Air. Have you watched okay, so I can match this. Have you heard of this website called eternal.tv?
I have not.
Okay, go. It's like $5 a month. It's separate from all this, monopolistic social media stuff. It's their own website, and there's a series with Mac DeMarco on it where he talks about like music equipment, but for some reason he has goo all over his face that he never explains. Then there's
Amazing.
there's this one I think you would really like where it's what's that guy's name? Alan Resnick. Alan Resnick just released like all his short films in one thing, and you can get it for like $5 if you go subscribe, and you would love them. If you like Off the Air, you will love Alan Resnick stuff.
Amazing.
Yes.
Also, have you watched I Think You Should Leave?
I Think You Should Leave? No, I haven't. Is
On
it good?
Netflix. It's a sketch comedy
Oh, yeah.
series.
This has been recommended
really
to me by
good.
multiple people. I will watch this.
It's really good. I heard about it from your mom's house.
Okay.
And yeah.
Oh,
good.
is that Tom Segura? MAGA Tom Segura?
That is not MAGA Tom Segura, just regular old
Regular.
Tom Segura.
Good guy Tom Segura, not filled with hate Tom Segura.
Yeah, I actually get worried about Christina though, because I feel like she does a podcast with Dr. Drew now.
Ooh.
And Dr. Drew is just a little too close to Adam Carolla, in my opinion.
Yeah,
It's all just becoming part of that, like kind of wormhole to like the weird populist right, like Tucker Carlson types.
It's you know what? It's a lot of those people. There's just like something will push them over that edge. Like someone will be mean or rude to them, and they'll be like, "That person's woke. Now I hate everything except for Tucker Carlson." I feel like there's a lot of that in that community. I feel like maybe even Joe Rogan is like that, where like somebody's like, "Joe Rogan, you can't do that joke," and he's like, "Oh, woke culture. Now I'm gonna go full." Right wing, whatever. So yeah, I hope
feel
that...
like Joe Rogan was less bad
Yes.
back when he was hanging out with like Gavin McInnes, and he's worse now that he's hanging out with like Elon Musk. But that just might be like a weird opinion that I hold.
No. I think that that's true. He was just kind of like,
I feel like
he was like, let me just get some weirdos on here and we'll just see what happens. And now it's like he's kind of getting into that Elon Musk territory that there's no coming back from.
Yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, I guess everybody should just be owned by their capitalist overlords.
Well, he's about
Speaking
to
of which,
the Muskie boy is about to take over my entire city, so I got to get out of here too. Well, anyway,
yeah, no kidding.
Venus, I'll talk to you later, and please.
I gotta get ready for work. I work overnight. I gotta slave away for the man until the middle of the morning. So.
You gonna burn a couple doinks before you go over?
Possibly, yeah. That's probably what's gonna happen if I'm being honest.
Okay, burn a couple more doinks, and then will you talk to me next time?
Yes, absolutely.
All right,
Have a good one.
Keep us updated. Bye, Venus. Good guy. He's gonna do some doinks. He's gonna do some doinks so he can get through his job. Let's see what people have to say. How about movie theaters where you can smoke weed? Interesting idea. Well, here's the thing also, like, that already exists because you can just do a vape, okay? So, calm down. You're like, I want to smoke. I want to be able to blow, real weed smoke into people's face in the movie theaters, which I agree with. There was just an article in the New York Times about van life, with new van people infiltrating and crowding up all the old van life people's spots. This ends with van wars. Yes, exactly. And that dude's just going to throw his poop that he throws in the town's water supply on them. Oh, E. Gregory Hutto. E. Oh, I don't think I've ever even talked. What? E. Crack. Hey, E. E?
How's it going?
Hey, what up, dude? How are you?
Good, yourself?
Good. You got a laid-back vibe, and I like it.
Oh, I'm good.
You tell me if
I'm actually doing van life myself.
Wait. Before we get into that, can you tell me if this is true? We have talked online about graphics cards?
Yes.
Yes.
And the bot is running.
Ooh, okay. See, I kind of like gave up on that whole thing. I was like, I'm not going to try to pursue getting a graphics card if it's like this, international war to get a graphics card. And you did the very smart, like you made me feel pretty stupid because you're like, oh no, there's like, you could still get a graphics card. You just have to like put a little effort into it and like get a bot and stuff. So I thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, it is, I don't know, it's a strange time to have to do that, but it's, at the other hand, it's very passive. Like when I got my PlayStation using the bot that my friend made, it just called me in the middle of the day and I just swooped right in and bought it. So, and knowing that I'm not like selling it to other people doesn't make me feel so bad about it. You got to play the game sometimes.
Well, I interrupted you. You do van life?
Yes, I do. I do it in Southern California. It's kind of funny. I must have missed where that guy said that he threw his dog shit in the reservoir, because I go to the dog park all the time, and I don't understand why you can't just throw it in a bag and then throw the bag in a trash can.
Oh, but I want to do full disclosure. I might have heard his story wrong, but from what I recall, he said, this is just I have a bad memory too. He said, what I do is I get my van life doo-doo from the whatever, and I take it and I go and I look for the town reservoir of drinking water and I try to throw it in there. I might have honestly, I might have misheard his story.
Who knows? But it was funny because my girlfriend opened the van door and came in right as you were talking about that, and she's like, "Is that you? Are you fucking doing that?" And I was like, "No, I swear."
It's affecting the relationships now. This stuff.
Pretty much.
These horrible things that I say.
Clear my name.
Yeah. Well, get her on the show next time, and we'll be like, "Look, he's not doing that." E is not throwing the van life doo-doo into any, we're not trying to make anybody sick. Don't worry. Well, anyway, E, what do you got for us tonight?
Well, two things. I just, first of all, I had Toiletism on my mind, and because you have so much lore, I've been thinking about like this alternate universe where it's been around for a minute. Have you seen that art piece that like incensed a lot of people? The fountain, I think, is just like the urinal that does nothing.
Yeah, Duchamp. I think we talked about that. That was
yes. Okay.
That was one of the original Duchamp. What do you think of it? So you're a psychotherapist too, right?
Yeah.
Can we get into like what like art and psychology and blah 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 blah? Like, what do you think of this? What do you think of toiletism, and what do you think of this idea of the Duchamp fountain?
Well, I was thinking about how, I don't know that much about it, but as far as I understand, the idea was it was like intentionally absurd, and that was kind of the point.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking about like Camus' absurdism. I don't know if you're familiar, but like the philosophy of like creating your own meaning because there is no inherent meaning.
That's exactly what I think of with toiletism, but also with Duchamp. Yeah,
Right.
it's like that's the thing. It's supposed to be fun too. Like I think that the fact that people got so upset about that is he's just like, look, like art can be whatever you put your own meaning onto it. And so he threw a toilet up there and people were like, no, this is against Christ or whatever. But he's just trying to have a good time.
Well, and that's the thing, and so I really do believe that there is a crisis of meaning, and actually I kind of got into the whole politics stuff like through the side channels of people saying like, oh, you should check out Jordan Peterson. He's a psychologist, and when you dive into the shallow end, what he says makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was thinking about how toiletism could be a response, an absurdist response to creating meaning in the chaos, as sort of an opposition.
That's the idea. I think that's the idea. I think that's been the idea with a lot of this art for a while. It's like, this is kind of, I mean, we talk about David Lynch a lot on here too. It's like, David Lynch is not going to come out and be like, this will help you with your life. This is, I'm going to spell this all out. No, it's like, it's supposed to be absurd in a way that allows you to like sort of participate in the creativity and put yourself. And another thing, another way to think of this is, have you ever heard of I think it's Schopenhauer's idea of art, which is that like, like why would somebody paint fruit, and what's the meaning of painting fruit? Well, like fruit by itself if fruit is just sitting there, that's like you eat it, you get some sugar, you get some calories. It's like a means to an end. But if you paint fruit and you look at a painting of fruit, now it's elevated outside of just a means to an end. It's sort of like it's something bigger than that you can appreciate more, and that's more eternal and timeless, or at least it's removed from the kind of cycle of just like you eat it and then you have some energy and then you got to eat again. It's like removed from that, you know, kind of Buddhist cycle of suffering or whatever.
And it surprises me how bent out of shape people get about that, because that I think is as old as Plato too. Like, I think it was the cave, like, implies that like anything that tries to recreate image is, you know, inherently like too many steps removed, and like art was silly and frivolous.
Right. Exactly. But
I don't know. But
if
well,
that...
and I worked in video games for.
Go.
Oh, I worked in video games for a while, and it was just I worked my way out of it because it was so tedious with like conversations of like what is art, and it was conflated with the idea of like what is good art. But art is just anything you create, and I think if you don't like something, I don't understand why it's so hard to like walk away from it. But then, you know, so many folks get upset. I don't know, whatever.
Also, what do you think about this? I think that like everybody, because if you look at like the Maslow, you probably will know that I'm, or you'll be able to point out if I'm saying something stupid here. But if you look at like the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, like probably at the tippy top of that pyramid is going to be like some kind of art crap, right? Because it's like once all your basic needs are met, and you have like good relationships and all that, then you kind of start looking at things in more of artistic terms. Because, and I don't mean art like fine art. I mean like anything that you're doing to like contribute to the craft. It could be cooking, or it could even be something like creating some kind of a community group or something. It's like something that's done at this higher level of the pyramid of needs. And
well, and the other thing about that too is that's like a very objectivist perspective, because, you know, even folks who can't get anything to eat, they want to engage with art and things that give them meaning.
True.
So I find that, you know, especially conservatives or what have you, you know, they think these things are frivolous, but like they don't, you know, they also take for granted that they're watching Netflix, and you know, like I've been saying, like sometimes I think they're working from a conclusion backwards to sort of justify and separate. Well, you know, I do things to pass time because I've succeeded and earned it, where other people do frivolous art things. So I think, you know, with your community being very dedicated, I think it'd be really interesting if they were able to create some like anachronistic like artifacts that they put out there that internet archaeologists can find, and Toiletism could, for anyone else knows, have existed for over 100 years.
Beautiful. I love this idea. Yeah, maybe we should start taking Toiletism a little more seriously, and I'll ask you for advice, because you're I feel like you understand psychology and all this stuff. Advice on writing some kind of a manifesto.
Oh, I'd love that. I love philosophy too. I'm not too savvy in art, but I'd love to help bridge the gap. But
all right.
My last question before you flush me is, I've never been into ASMR. I've never really understood it personally.
Okay.
But what really caught me onto your videos was the credits, and it's why I started contributing. Is for whatever reason I listened to them, and they're really satisfying. And in fact, I have this like YouTube app that like it automatically skips sponsor reads.
Mm-hmm.
But I like turned that off just because like I wanted to get that.
Wait a second. E, you said ASMR. Are you doing pervert stuff to this? This end credits?
No, but it's really satisfying. Like even my girlfriend, she'll ask me to turn it up when the end credits are coming on. So my question about this is, you know, since you add title cards like you're on the daily now, like is there a point where you won't be able to include that, or where you have to reprioritize that?
That's a really good question, because it does go on and on. That's something, and you know, whatever. I like we were just talking about, like, oh, there's all these people they're doing art and stuff like this. This is like you know, I don't know what I'm doing, and there's so much stuff going on that it's like, you know, I'll have in the back of my head like, oh yeah, I should fix those end credits, but then it's just like goes to, you know, falls down this like huge you know, Jenga of priorities and crap I got to do. But I'm glad. That's really touching that you said that you actually like listening to it, because a part of me is like, oh my God, can people stand my my croaky, annoying voice? And sounds like yes. If I put some, if I drop the pitch a little bit, it becomes more listenable.
Well, and and the breakups are nice too, like the Zizek and the every time Kitty Hooch comes up, it just warms my soul.
All right, that makes me feel good. I'm gonna talk to you soon. Will you keep in touch with me on this whole manifesto thing?
Absolutely, and I'm sure my bot will be calling you soon.
Yes. Okay. If it doesn't, if I can't get one, you think I should just cough up $1,000 for a $300 graphics card?
No. I mean, even I was looking at Craigslist the other day, and even the 3080s, which I think are MSRP 700, they're starting to sell for $1,000. Like the ones that are $3,000 at this point, like are either on eBay or they're the 3090s, which it's kind of that's way overkill.
All right. Okay, we're getting into tech talk here, but
Yeah, sorry.
Talk to me next time, please.
Absolutely.
Bye. That's a good guy right there for sure. Somebody's talking about Robert Fripp could not play Fractured on the spoons. Definitely not. So we got Robert Fripp talk. We got Fripp talk. I love Robert Fripp. Somebody put a Robert Fripp quote. Art is where you wish to go. Craft is how you get there. Robert Fripp. Very good. Robert Fripp had he came up with his own tuning style too, right? If we got a guitar dweeb in here, please come in and explain the Robert Fripp guitar tuning to us. Very good, guys. Very good. Oh, Kyle Hopper. Kyle? There's a guy named Matty B in the chat.
Hi.
Hey, Kyle.
Hey, this is me. This is
Kyle. Kyle in the house. I'll do a little. Is that Kyle Hopper? Kyle? Sorry.
Hey, so I was in the green room earlier.
Yeah.
And I had a mishap. I had a major problem happen.
Oh, is this Blue Chew related?
Blue Chew.
I mean, I suppose.
Oh,
I suppose
no.
everything I do past 4 p.m. could be potentially Blue Chew
Everything
related,
I do is related to that chew. Okay.
Right.
Well, tell us what happened.
I ordered a burrito and chips and salsa from Chipotle. And it arrived, and only chips and salsa arrived, and it was a big problem. Probably worse than what Mary Kate's going through. Probably worse than what that other guy's going through.
Oof. Did you have a total meltdown?
I had a total meltdown.
Can
For like 30 seconds, I had a total meltdown.
Can we interact? Like, I'll pretend so you got it delivered, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so I'll play the delivery guy, and then you be you, okay?
Ready? Well, no, you were. All right, go ahead.
Okay, ready? So I knock on. Hey, Mr. Hopper, here's your food.
Oh, great! I can't wait to eat this burrito.
I hope you'll enjoy it. Wait, I didn't hear what you just said, but I hope you enjoy your food.
And then you run off with a burrito under your arm.
Oh, so the guy kept it, you think?
I mean, I don't know. It's with DoorDash, they just leave it at the door now with no interaction. So
okay. So now you're in your house alone and you notice that there's no burrito. What happens next? Wait, hold on. I'll do a guess. I'll do a guess of what you said. You went like this. You'll hear that later, but go ahead.
What drop? Yeah, what drop was it?
You
Jimmy,
got it.
I mean,
you know which
almost
one
called
it
him
is.
Jimmy Kimmel, but yeah, I know which one it was. He ought to just be called like Jimmy Kimmel, like some like not even acknowledge his full name, just something Jimmy Kimmel's protege.
How about Dimmy Kimmel?
Yeah,
something like that. Laney
Jimmy
Kimmel. Jimmy Thimble.
Speaking of
Jimmy Thimble, I don't know why, but I like that. That's like Tiny Tim or something.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Jimmy
Sorry,
Thimble.
Kyle. Okay,
so I was listening to. Oh, by the way, I feel like MAGA Tom Segura is is so underappreciated. That's like probably the best thing you've ever called is how much that guy looks like Tom Segura.
There's a kind of
with hate.
There's a kind of like Tom Segura look that he just had.
There
like,
is, yeah.
You know what I mean? And he just has it. It's like kind of it's kind of looks like a guy who would like have like more like a certain amount of beers at like a baseball game or something. I don't know. There's some
probably,
kind of
probably like owns a motorcycle but doesn't ride it anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah. So on the topic of, well, firstly, I wanted to ask if you watched The Handmaiden.
Still have not watched it.
Or if you watched any of the movies you were tasked.
I went outside of all the suggestions. I'm gonna catch back up with them, but I watched Train to Busan instead because I've been meaning to watch that for a really long time. And I did watch some Yu Yu Hakusho. We've talked about that, but I'm way behind on the suggestions. But this week
what did you think of Train to Busan?
I really liked it. To be honest, like initially it does seem like a little bit of a cheesy zombie movie, but
it's a little hokey. Yeah,
it's definitely hokey, and some of the zombie actors, but it does a good job.
It's a unique one.
It's a unique one, and it does a good job of like making these likable characters, like the pregnant woman and her husband, and the little kid's a pretty great actor too. So it still kind of comes through despite some like weird weaknesses. It's still good. I would recommend that to anybody. And there's some really sweet, funny scenes in it too.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. So I was as there was a lot of toiletism talk, I was thinking of the Daute toilet and picked up my copy from my bookshelf of the Daute toilet, well, the Daute Ching, but and I thought I was like, let me just open up a page and see like how well it would go with toiletism. And I think I'm onto something. I think I might publish it as well, but rewrite the whole Daute Ching with toilet and maybe some other drops inserted in some of the and this is a short passage. I just thought you might want to hear it.
Yes, please.
Okay. Toilet. So the toilet is the root of the light. The unmoved toilet is the source of all movement. Thus the master travels all day without leaving his toilet. However splendid the views, she stays serenely in her toilet.
Toilet.
Why should the lord of the classroom flit about like a coward? If you let yourself be blown to and fro, you lose touch with your toilet. If you let restlessness move you, you lose touch with the muscular class.
Ooh, beautiful.
That's good, right?
Beautiful.
And it's just, it's the Daute toilet coming soon. I'll rewrite it all.
Oh yes, please. We gotta like make a cover for it, and we'll put little sort of art that goes along next to it. I like this.
Totally. Also, I wondered if you might have any suggestions for a sequel, or not necessarily a sequel, but a new toiletist film. I've been wanting to work on one, but I'm not really sure where to start.
You did Blue Velvet Chew, right?
Yeah, Blue Velvet Chew. Yeah, the first toiletist film.
How about Lost Chew Way?
That would be, dude. I could just work my way through the whole Lynch collection.
Through the whole, yes, exactly. Then there would be like, it would be like Blue Holland Drive, maybe Blue Holland. Oh, no, it would be Blue Holland Chew, I think.
Yeah,
and
Twin
Chew, yes, Twin Chew. But it should be all Paxton.
Right. Yeah, all Paxton for sure. Yeah, he's the lead character.
So Kyle, I think that these are going to be a series, and this will be Toiletist piece number, Toiletist film. These will be a collection. It'll be like those it'll be like those Stan Brakhage or whatever that guy's name is. It's like they're all a collection together, and that'll be like Toiletist. Right. Toiletist number 1. Or toilet. Actually, this will be number 2. So we'll do. Oh, number 2. Yes. Number 2. Very good. Yes. So we'll do the first one will be those AR toilets. That's Laura flushing toilets, and then your film collection will be number 2. What do you think of that?
Yes. All right. Good. Yeah. Sounds great.
All right. Blue Holland Chew. Chew Peaks or whatever, Chew Peaks, and
just to toss a just since I haven't heard any music talk today, so I just would toss in my suggestion of what I've been listening to today. Have you ever listened to much Prefab Sprout or ever? Any?
No.
Oh man, it's like early 80s, kind of like I don't even know how to describe it. It's pop. It's poppy, but it's like it's early 80s pop, and it's kind of similar to like Pulp that I suggested last time, but it's like just really fucking catchy. And they got it. You've probably heard their song Cars and Girls, which is a song actually making fun of Bruce Springsteen, but it's a good one. Prefab Sprout.
This sounds really familiar. Okay, Prefab Sprout. We're gonna check out, and we'll talk. I'll talk about it next. Let's talk about it next time. I like that you. It's weird because I haven't listened to Pulp in a long time, and when you said it, I was like, I should go back and listen to that some of that Pulp
check
stuff.
them out. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. What have you been listening to?
What have I been? I put in. I don't know if you saw. I put that those Hosono albums in there. Some of that Japanese early city pop stuff.
Yeah. I've been listening to some city pop lately as well. Just like I just like found some a city pop shuffle playlist on Spotify I've been listening to.
You know what? A lot of that stuff starts to blur together, but Hosono's stuff is like, there's a couple albums. There's one called Pacific and there's one called SFX. And SFX is not even really city pop. It's almost like Devo music.
Will you spell the artist name?
Yeah, it's let me make sure I have it right. So the last name is Hosono, Hosono. I think. Hold on. Harumi.
Okay, I got it.
You got it, right?
Cool. I'll check him out.
Harumi Hosono. Yeah, it's all really good. There's another one. Actually, all his albums, you'll kind of see like, because he's credited as one of the like early city pop, creators sort of. But he was way more. He was all over the place. He even did an album that's all like video game samples.
It says he was the bass player originally of April Fool, alongside drummer Takashi Matsumoto.
Yes.
Interesting. I'll have to check that out too.
Check it out.
Oh, one more thing real quick. So how long have you been in the Austin comedy scene? Like how long have you been doing stand-up?
Not a long time. I used to kind of like dabble in it. I was friends with a lot of those people, but it kind of fell apart over the past year, and I wasn't really doing it a whole lot because it's more like no, but it's cool.
Well, the reason I ask, I wonder if you might have ever heard of a house show called Ragtime House Mic. I know a lot of those guys too. My old roommate was a comic that does all the open mics and stuff in Austin.
Ooh.
He started hosting one at my house every 2 months, and it became like pretty big. Like most of the Austin stand-up comics came at one time or another and performed.
Is this still going on?
Not since COVID. No.
You gonna start it back up when all this is
probably
over?
So he moved out, but it had become such a thing that we continued to do it. Like he'll just come do it at my house. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I imagine it'll start up at some point again when things are moving again. I just wondered if you had heard of it by any chance, if you were in the.
I'll ask you off Discord or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll ask you more about this. But I'll talk to you later, on. Kyle. I'll get in touch with you later.
I love you.
Bye. Love you. Love that guy. Metroid soundtrack. Yeah, I'm pretty, guys. If anybody wants to get in there, if we got any like really like people who are like, like real, let's say real artists. If we got some real artists up in here who want to work on this manifesto for the toiletism, let us know, get in the Discord. John R.M. Cage's 433 toilet. A single flush of a toilet and the ambient sound of the audience wondering why they're sitting in the audience without an oboe or a violin playing. Very good. That could be a toiletist piece. Very good. Chippy's in here. Let's see if Chippy wants to talk. Let's see if Chippy... oops, I dropped Chippy in the wrong room. Chip! Is Chip there?
Hey!
Hello, is Chip there, please?
I'm here.
Hey, Chip. What up, Chip?
I'm good. How are you?
What's going on? How are you? What's been going on? What's up? Hit us with some info. You always got something. You always got something up your sleeve, Chip.
Well, I want to start by saying you're looking very dapper today. You're looking good.
Thank you.
Hi.
Thank you. I'm trying to trying to pretend to be less of a slob today.
Oh, I thought you were trying to impress somebody, or maybe trying to get into The Bachelor.
No, because if you look, like, the camera cuts off, right? And it's just below that is just all Cheeto dust. So, it's not what it appears.
I mean, at least that's more representative of a normal man than what we see in The Bachelor.
Exactly.
A real man.
Exactly. What happened with this Bachelor? He got into some trouble or something? Or the girl who he picked was she was like
yeah, she was like racist or something.
She was some kind of a southern racist.
You know how crazy that is? That you're like I think he was the first African American bachelor, and then he ends up hooking up with a racist white, beautiful, mind you, young woman.
Well, the heart wants what the heart wants, they say. The heart goes where it will, they say.
Yeah.
Were you disappointed? You were disappointed with this Bachelor's choice.
I mean, I don't really watch The Bachelor. I kind of found out from it became a thing, but I really feel bad for him because, this is all a sham. All those shows, they're a sham.
Mm-hmm.
And, I used to think they were like scripted in some way, but I feel like this dude was shocked.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that was scripted.
So this is what I think. You watch these shows and then you see who he picked and you're like, it should have been me. He should have picked Chippy. I should be on that.
No.
I should be married to The Bachelor now.
I actually am more of a Real Housewives type of gal. Me and my mom, we sit down.
No.
Me with a beer, her with her little wine, and we gossip about these crazy wives. So, no, I don't care about The Bachelor.
Very good. Very good. All right. Well, what did you actually want to talk about? Because we are going down a real tangent with this Bachelor stuff.
So, on Monday I didn't talk about this because, I saw that Mary Kate was in pain and I didn't want to take away from her pain, but I have a conspiracy that somebody is trying to take my life.
Is this for real? Somebody's trying to kill you? Chippy, somebody's trying to kill you.
Yeah, I have a feeling that, that I've embarked in a scholastic project in which I have to denigrate my brain with some conservative
Denigrating our dude.
And I think that they're now literally trying to take my life.
Oh, no. Did you get some kind of a threatening email or something?
No, it's been like physical attacks. Like on Easter Sunday, the day when Jesus got resuscitated.
Mm-hmm.
A gentleman in the event that I was in brought me a peanut that was spicy, but he made it seem like it was like normal spicy. And then I put it in my body, and let's just say I had to find a corner where I could relieve stuff out of my mouth, basically.
Ew! Oh my God! So somebody
I was dying.
Somebody tried to give you somebody tried to covertly murder you with an overly spiced peanut.
Yeah, but it gets worse.
Oh no!
So on Monday, I wake up, I check into work, I go down and get my breakfast, come upstairs, and then I decide, I gotta get some water. And then I slip down the stairs. I fell down the stairs.
Oof. You're like one of the bad guys from Home Alone. Like, oh, I ate a spicy peanut. Like your head's getting a blowtorch is spraying at your head, and then you slip down the stairs. Did Kevin do this to you, or what's going on?
I think Benny Pepino might be doing this to me.
Oh my God! So
I
you've
feel
almost
like he would be evil enough to do some Kevin McAllister style attacks on me.
could you imagine him as Kevin McAllister? He'd be like, "Well, the free market has decided that you need to slip down the stairs and slip on my micro machines now." I would love somebody. Maybe Kyle Hopper could edit that together. Benny Pepino Home Alone. That would be pretty good.
Oh my gosh! Yes,
So
that'd be iconic.
So you've almost died a couple times this week.
Yeah, and so now I'm just basically watching my back, because there's something going on. There's a conspiracy.
You haven't considered that this might just be like having something to do with you. You're convinced that this is somebody's trying to murder you.
Is the only logical conclusion.
All right, well, Chip, we're gonna look into the Discord. We're gonna get you some personal security, okay?
Yeah, and also, did you look at what I sent you?
Yes, the toiletist art. Yes, that's in the public Discord too, right?
Yeah, I posted it.
I feel like that aesthetic. That aesthetic is, I think, as close as what I was thinking of toiletism as possible, and it's a little like Laura flushing toilets type art.
Yeah,
I love it.
Very simple, straight to the point.
Right? Yes, gets right into your brain, puts the message right into your brain.
Yeah, but thank you for giving me your time, and keep looking sexy out there. I like it.
Later, Chip.
Later.
Bye. Whoa, Chip taking it into Blue Chew territory at the end, and we don't like it. It's not that kind of show. Clean it up, Chip. Okay, let's see who else we got to talk to. Emmy. I go through this every time. I've talked to I've talked to you a bunch, and
my God.
I do this rigmarole every time where I get your name wrong. Ja.
It's okay. Ja. I'll accept any of them, but first I'd like to start with an opening quote.
Yes, please.
Oh my God. One is thirsty in the desert, and what to drink but Coke. Is that the source of your new sound drop?
Very good.
Let's have a drink of Coke.
What is he? He's talking about, like, he says something like this. You tell me if I'm wrong or right. He says something like, Coke tastes very good when it is new, but then it becomes quickly warm and terrible. Like, he's talking about how Coke starts off as a delicious drink, but if you leave it and it gets warm, it's like a nightmare, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Then it's like Coke is like the perfect commodity, essentially. Which
Beautiful.
I would have to have some contentions with him, because obviously toilets are the top commodity, but
Very
the
good.
most underappreciated, right? You think about it.
We have to admit, Zizek, he's a huge toilet head. He's a huge fan of toilets.
Toilets.
So, I was gonna say I wanted to bring this up last week because when the whole of toiletism, its conception.
Yes.
I was thinking about something.
Yes.
And I know part of it is because you're kind of a boomer, so like I'm not like saying that this comes with malice, but I think we got to start talking about the power imbalance that you have.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
Right? Because I think
Let's hear it.
toiletism is about, like, against like unjust hierarchies, right?
Exactly.
And,
True. It's a decentralized, non-hierarchical type thing.
And so then, but yet you're the only one who has the true power to flush, right?
Oh, yeah. You're right.
And then, up until now, you've been like saying, "Oh, they flush themselves," and I'm like, "You're gaslighting. You've been flushing us all along." And so I just wanted to draw attention to that.
Well, how about this? What if like next show, you can, like, whoever's in the green room can choose to flush me, and then basically they take over the show.
And then the stream ends.
Yeah, I would like to see that. Maybe somebody comes on and they're just like, well, this is my show now. And I'm like, all right.
Like
And I-
asserting dominance. Yeah.
yes. And I just kind of wander off screen, you know? You see me like eating some pretzels in the background or something.
Like not my show. What can I do?
Not my show. I take no responsibility. This is a good idea, Em. I like this.
I've also come up with maybe like a toiletist proverb. I was inspired by like impressionist porcelain theory.
Yes.
So you might hear some of this, but
Okay.
if it's blue, you gotta chew, and if it's orange brown, let him flush you down.
Oh, very good. I like this. Simple, straight to the point, and very catchy.
You know, that's how you get people, right? It's like easy things to live by.
We got to start off slow. We got to start off with stuff. You know what? This is actually true because that Beta Boys video has been circulating and I rewatched it. It's like this little comedy show that me and some friends did. And I'm like, this is not funny. This is just not fun. This is garbage. Why did I do this? And I think the thing is like, if people don't know who you are, if you're trying to get like an art movement off the ground, you got to come with some stuff that's really easy for people to get into first, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like
Absolutely.
just stuff where they're like they can instantly get it. It's it's catchy. It gets into their brain and they can't get it out.
You
That's
rope them in. Yeah.
we got to rope them in, exactly.
All
right.
No, yeah, I don't know. And then other than that, next Wednesday is my birthday, just to let you know. So I'll be really sad if you don't talk to me.
Happy birthday to you. Can we do that to you?
And I think we can. I think the canon for the show is that I'm probably 15 now, so it's a big deal for me.
Very good. Well, okay, so based on what we just talked about, yes, we are going to celebrate your birthday. But also, based on what we just talked about, you have options now. Do you want me to flush myself and you take over the rest of the show? Or do you want me to flush you?
Tell you what, let me just kind of like take you down a couple pegs. You can finish the show, but bye-bye.
Oh! Self-flush. Very good. Very, very good. Oh, wait, let's read this chat. Damn it, I don't know how to do these things. That gunshot on the soundboard made me spit out my food. No better way to celebrate the military. Yeah, the gunshot one is... I mean, this soundboard is just like taking over my brain. You know, it's too... The gunshot sound is just it's too much. It's too much. Okay, guys. Last episode when that guy Vadim, who I thought was a different person, came on, we went really late, and we're not going to do that this time because I got a lot of dirty looks and dirty comments from that. So we're not going to do that. So let's talk to another... What the hell? Now Discord's not working again? Jessica?
Jessica, get on the program. Jessica, get on the program. You gotta unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Jessica.
Hello?
Hello, is Jessica there?
Jessica! Hey, how are you? Jessica, what up?
Well, you know, just hanging out. What are you doing?
Oh, just doing a stream, talking to people.
Oh, yeah.
You got anything interesting or exciting to share with us? To share with the viewers and the listeners?
I was curious. I missed some callers and some streamers. Sometimes I try to catch most of your stream, but has anybody talked to you at all about, speaking of monkeys, about the bonobo?
Oh yeah, the bonobo. We've heard a little bit about the bonobo, but yes, they're amazing. Okay. They're like pretty close to people, right?
They are. I didn't know like how much they talked about, if they've talked about it before, but I just think they're really interesting because it's like really egalitarian kind of a community. Did they talk about that? Okay.
No, but
Maybe I'm not.
I've read
game, you know?
what's the guy's name? Chris Ryan. I've read Chris Ryan's work on this, on looking at the bonobos, because they're non-monogamous too, right?
Well, yeah, and they're kind of like female dominated.
Right.
I don't know if he went into that. Yeah.
Right. Yes.
So
yes.
it's just like an interesting thing. And then I was reading a lot into the specifics about what they do, and there's a lot of like, obviously, the way they keep the peace is through sex, and
Yep.
it's really interesting because the female's not always fertile, but she's like giving off signs that she is, so it like confuses the guys, I guess. So they don't like compete as much with each other.
Right. Yeah. I read Chris Ryan's book a long time ago. It's called Sex at Dawn, where he talks about this a lot, that they're kind of like non-monogamous, and his whole thesis is that like human beings are the same way. We're very close evolutionarily to bonobos, and this is he thinks why humans are actually kind of non-monogamous creatures, and sort of the monogamy has been sort of forced on us a little bit. With the interesting thesis.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But there is a reason.
Okay.
So I was reading a little bit into that. Like, apparently the female of the bonobo is really more invested in the children, which you would think in an egalitarian society that the parents would both partake in helping rear the child. But because bonobos are actually so egalitarian, it kind of has a backwards effect. So the females, the males don't necessarily know whose child it is, so they're not very particularly invested in the child's rearing, whereas the female, it pretty much falls onto her.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still really egalitarian and community-based, but as far as the child rearing, what's interesting that happens is if she has a male child, the male child will stay with her. Like, there's different communities of monkeys, and they don't really mingle with outside communities, but they do a little bit. But usually it's like if you look at chimps, the female is going off into another chimp community, and the males don't really mix at all. And they kind of like hold down the fort, and they form like really strong male bonds because they have to like fight for territory against other communities.
Right.
But the bonobo, the girl will like integrate into the new community, and she kind of like kind of buddies with the females, the senior females. And the way the males get status in this community is like by basically being born to the most, influential woman, and then they stay with the female throughout. They don't really form male bonds. So like they're like mama's boys. Like they just stay with their mommy their whole life.
Wow.
Yeah. And so the mommy really, like, if he gets in an altercation with another male, he like runs to his mommy for like help. So she'll like help him out.
But
and
you're saying it's only if it's like a high status female?
Okay, so the high status females of the community, they've already had children, and so they've kind of established their high status. So if you have a young female from another community coming over,
oh, gotcha.
the only way she can really get status is to make friends with the high status females,
Got
and
it.
also birth her own child to kind of cement her place in the community. But yeah, a lot of like non-monogamous stuff. But for humans, it's like, okay, we know who the father is. The father knows that that's their child because they've had all these societal restrictions, taboos against sex and homosexuality and non-monogamy and stuff. And so that kind of keep our social taboos kind of keep us in line, so that the man and the woman kind of rear the child together, if that makes sense.
Yeah, interesting.
So not to say there's not nuclear families in bonobos, but it's not the same structure. Like they're just a lot more like free with sex. They just go around having sex all the time. And apparently, like eating is like they have like an orgy before they eat.
Wow.
And so
bonobos.
They like share food. Yeah.
Blue
really
Chew.
Whereas like
You know what I
chimp
call?
might go up to. Go ahead.
I have a nickname for them. I call them Blue Chew Nobos. What do you think of that? Blue Chew Nobos.
I think it fits. I think that is very accurate.
Very good. Well, I should flush you, but I want to hear more about this. Can we talk? Because did you hear the thing Laura was saying about that monkeys poke each other in the eye? Did you hear that?
I did. I thought that was really interesting. Like, I'm gonna stick your finger in my eye to show you I trust you. Is that right?
Yes, basically, yeah. Crazy.
Which seems like it could go wrong, but hopefully there's not too many accidents.
All right. Well,
So-
Jessica, I'm gonna
Okay,
flush you.
wait, one thing.
Okay, go.
Since I do have a lot of problems, I have to
Yes.
tell you about one problem.
Okay. Yes.
Fix into. Do you have a problem with people say fix into?
Oh yeah.
Because we're in Texas, right?
I'm fixing to
I'm
go.
fixing to go do this.
I'm fixing to go to the store.
Right.
It's you know
say
what
that?
stuff like that. It's kind of charming if it's like an older, an old Texas woman says that. But I get you. It can be annoying.
Well, it's not that the words are annoying. It's that they don't mean anything. Like, you're not fixing anything, right? Like, I have no problem with y'all because y'all is perfect. It's like, it's a contraction of you and all, and it's gender neutral. So you can use it for anyone. And you could even say it singularly, but whatever. But
Y'all
fix
is pretty
into-
good.
Yeah. So of Texan words, y'all is okay, but fix into is not, just for y'all non-Texans.
You
Just so
better
you know.
you better
Got a
be
lot of problems with
fixing.
fix into.
You better be fixing to stop using fix and do. Well, anyway, Jessica, I'm
Have a
fixing
good one.
I'm fixing to flush you right now, so I'll talk to you
Fixing
later.
to be flushed, guys.
Bye. Good, Jessica, with some good monkey information. Well, guys, we're gonna keep this one down to 2 hours. Yeah, I'm finna
go over here. I'm finna go get something to eat. Ryan from Florida, we say finna.
People say finna in Florida. I'm finna talk like this now. I'm finna. Okay, maybe we'll do one more call. Who will it be? Oh, I think Optimus Prime. Okay, we'll do 2 more. Optimus Prime Rib and then Spyro, and then
We gotta go. We gotta do this. Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime Rib.
Hey, what up, Optimus?
Oh, living and breathing.
You finna have a good time tonight?
I'm already having a good time.
Oof, I love it. Well, what do you got for us tonight? What's going on?
Okay, well, first of all, I was watching your record collection video,
Ooh, thank you.
and you had a copy of Pictures at an Exhibition.
Oh, yeah.
Have you listened to that yet?
Have I listened to it? Which one? Pictures? Is that the, Pictures at an
By
Exhibition?
Mussorgsky.
Did I have
Modest
that?
Mussorgsky.
You know
It
what?
was a Russian 5.
I think I got that. Okay, yes. Somebody sent that to me. I ordered a record off eBay, and they just sent that without even asking. Is it good? Should I listen to it?
Yeah, I mean, if you're into like symphonic classical music from
Okay.
nationalistic Russian composers from the Romantic era, yeah, it's good.
Was Mussorgsky? Was he a bit of a racist? This guy?
No, they weren't really racist. They just had like a big movement, like anti-Western music movement in Russia in the Romantic era. Because they were like, they have like, they're Russian, they're proud, so
Yeah.
they had a big movement.
Okay, I like it. Now this is making me want to listen to it. All right, I'm gonna listen to
Yeah,
it.
like the Tchaikovsky and all that kind of stuff. That was like the big move away from like Western music traditions.
They wanted to distance themselves from us slobs.
Yeah, especially like the English, the Germans, the Italians, the French.
Very good.
The old school people. They were
The
like,
old
we gotta
school.
do our own thing.
The old school.
You know, silly Russia's always doing their own thing.
Well, all right. My interest is piqued. I'm gonna listen to this Mussorgsky.
Yeah.
Mussorgsky now.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
All right. Anything else? Anything else you want to hit us with?
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, there's this thing that I'm phoned up about. I live here in Colorado, right?
Ooh.
Hi,
there is the county I live in. It's called Weld County, and there is a political committee group here called Weld County, Wyoming, who wants to secede to be part of Wyoming. And,
good riddance. You say good riddance to them, right?
yeah, and that's where I live, and I don't because I want to live in Colorado. You know, smoking doinks, duh.
Yeah, doink.
So-
They're like, we don't like doinks. We're leaving.
Yeah, they want to go to Wyoming.
Unbelievable.
So there's this article I found. The dude that wrote this article is named Dick Wadhams. That is his real name.
Very good.
And the title is Weld County Secession to Wyoming may be unlikely, but the urban liberal assault on rural Colorado is real. So there's a fight going on between the liberals of Denver and Boulder, you know, the big cities, going against the rural people here because they don't think their needs are being met. And they don't like Jared. You know, Jared Polis is a vegetarian, so they're like, it's a big cattle industry and oil out here. So.
Ooh. So they're sick of these
Yeah.
cities. They're sick of these city slickers telling them what to do.
They're sick of all the liberals in Denver just being too high to help them out. You know, they don't see their issues. There's too much smoke in the air in Denver.
They're too doinked out. They're too busy staring at Adult Swim off the air, that show. They can't
Exactly.
get anything done.
Yeah, so they don't know what's going on in rural parts of Colorado. So they keep bringing this. It's coming up. It came up in like 2013. It got shut down. And then I think like the beginning of this year, they were talking about it again.
Oh my God.
So this political movement is trying to grow.
Oh my
And
God.
since I live here, I've been reading about it. It's pretty crazy.
Are you pro
But,
secession? Are you helping them out with this?
Hell no. God, no.
All right. You're
I enjoy my doinks too much.
you're pro doink.
Yes,
Can
absolutely.
you do you go to doink shops and you're like, hey guys, what's a good doink flavor of the month? And they're like, oh, you gotta try purple cranberry or whatever.
Yeah, it's like soup of the day. They have all the silly names like the Marjorie Taylor Greene. You got your Jared Kushner.
Yes.
It's all silly.
Do you buy pre-rolled doinks?
No, I
Okay.
don't. They cost too much. I just buy like cones and fill it with flour. It's easy like that.
Very good. All right, Optimus Prime Rib, I'm gonna flush you unless you got anything else you want to barf up.
No, that was the two things I wanted to talk about: the music and then the crazy secession county.
All right, will you keep
was
us
it.
updated with these secession lunatics?
Yeah, I'm gonna start paying more attention, and I'm gonna read some more. So we'll keep the updates coming.
All right, I'll talk to you next time. You give me the update.
Okay.
All right, later. And he gets the flusheroo.
Bye-bye.
Okay, final call of the night. Final call of the night. One of the classic guests. Spyro. 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 Spyro.
Hello, Spyro?
Hi.
Hey, Spy. What up, Spy?
I'm so glad that I was able to get in here because I have some life-saving advice, or at the very least, neck-saving advice.
Oh my God, you got some advice for this rotten, decrepit neck of mine?
I do. It will cost you about $500, but it's called the Iron Neck.
The Iron Neck.
The Iron Neck.
What is
Give
it
that
like
a
Iron
Google.
Chef?
Oh, I don't think they can televise this kind of stuff. This
Oh.
is secret information.
Okay, Iron Neck. Okay. Oh my God, what is that?
Iron Neck.
Oh, it's a neck strengthening thing?
Yeah, you strap your head into that and you rotate, and you look like really, really cool while you do it.
It does look cool. It's got like chains hanging down from it.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
this would look really cool. Like you could be wearing this while you do your videos. That way you're kind of always keeping that neck in top shape. Like we don't want you deteriorating on us. You're
So
very
the master of podcasts use it as well, it looks like.
Joseph
Jo-
himself, he does use it. That is
Joseph R.R. Rogan uses it too.
yeah.
Unbelievable.
My old sensei in my karate studio used to use one of these too. So that's
Oh,
how I first saw it.
you got a sensei, huh? You're showing off a little bit.
Yeah, karate is my sport and my passion. I was
Very-
never able to use it as a low level white belt. So
Oh,
but
you never made it
I
past.
have-
You never made it past white belt.
No, I quit after the third or fourth class. I think it takes about 5 classes, and then you're like halfway to black belt. So clearly, I don't have a lot of dedication.
But you're still like, look, I only took a couple classes, but I still have a sensei.
Exactly. And once I got the knowledge of the iron neck, I feel like what are they gonna teach me?
Nothing.
To like karate chop someone on the shoulder? Yeah, right.
Yeah. Thanks a
I'm
lot, guys.
barely taller than Mary Kate. I'm not gonna do much damage.
You know, like what you do if anybody attacks you, just like like those monkeys, gouge them in the eye.
Exactly. That's the best attack. You just stick your fingers right into the sockets, pop those babies out.
Pop
And
them
if you
out.
really want to scare them, you only pop one out and
Yeah.
then you eat it so they can still see you doing it. And then they're
Yes.
like, at that point, they
You
keep
could-
going after you. You are in trouble.
You have 2 options. You could eat it, or you could pop the eyeball out and then turn it at them, so they're like looking at themselves with no eye.
Yeah, like look at what you've become.
Look at what
Are you proud of this?
Are you proud of this? Look at you. Eyelid, missing one eye. Look at who you are. And then they get very
Yeah,
ashamed.
It's a more extreme way of, telling someone, "Hey, look at yourself in the mirror." You know,
It's
that's
a
the
literal, it's a literal forcing them to look. Very good.
And then I have one last tip for you.
Yes, please.
We were talking about breathing in the very beginning.
Yes.
The Wim Hof breathing technique. I
This
really
is another.
recommend that.
This is another Joe Rogan guest. This is yet another
Oh.
Joseph. I think he went on the. Yeah, that guy went on the Joseph Rogan. What does he do?
I
He
don't know
says
if he
you.
did.
That guy says you got to jump in
breathe.
ice water or something.
Well, he did this to enable himself to jump in and survive, or I guess like not shiver. I don't know.
Mhm.
But you just breathe really deeply in and out like 30 times, and then you do then you hold your breath. And I tried to do this when I was like a little anxious driving somewhere, so I tried to do this in the car, and my vision was black. So I don't recommend doing this while you drive. But
Wait, what
I
happened? You
recommend-
said you blacked out?
I was still like breathing and living, but just in like my vision was black. I don't know what I did to I think I went to another dimension.
Ooh.
I mean,
Fair-
it's a good doink alternative.
Yes, but you gotta be stationary. You can't be driving. You gotta kind of do this. You gotta do this when it's
Park that car.
Yes, very good. All right, well, Spyro, I'm gonna try
So
it.
I would love to hear your review of the Iron Neck, or open up that PO box, and I'm sure you'll get a few dozen of them sent to you.
All right, it's definitely a reason to go and do it. Well, all right, I'll try the Iron Neck, and then I'll do actually. What'll probably happen if I use one of those Iron Necks is that like I just won't be able to like stand up anymore. Like I'll be doing the live stream like laying down with like a weird
Yeah.
a weird medical pillow or something.
Yeah, you'll have to mount your webcam to the ceiling so we can just see a top-down view of you in the bed.
It'll be one of those like helmet like it's a helmet with like a stick on it with a GoPro on the end that's like facing me.
Yeah.
Oh,
When you're
Oh.
ordering it, most people are ordering it for hardcore extreme sports, and you're just ordering it so you can live stream from your bed. That's
so I
pretty
can live stream with my neck brace and my medical pillow. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, Spyro, will you talk to me again next week?
Oh, I hope so.
All right,
It's always
Spy.
a pleasure.
Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, guys, we're gonna put this episode up on the. We're gonna clip it. We're gonna clip it to the little thing. We're gonna clip it to the thing, and then we're gonna send it out, and we're gonna do this to it.
No.
Oh, no. That does not sound good for Pepino. Well, guys, this is another beautiful stream in the books. Thank you to all the guests, Spyro, Kyle Hopper, all our classic guests. And I will see you later. Love you guys. And one last thing I want to say to you is 2 things, actually. This
Blue Chew
and this.
Bye 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 bye.